All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is Jay Marley with Black Misfit TV. Today we have a very special guest. We're gonna get into it. This is Chaos, good friend, old friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? We actually went to the same high school. He graduated before me, but reconnected and talking about some weird shit today. How you doing today, Chaos?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Glad to be here. Glad to see you doing
Thank
some
you.
some positive things and
Absolutely.
just pushing forward your movement.
Absolutely. Thanks for being a part of it. We're gonna get started. First things first. What I like to do with my guests when they get here, I just go ahead and round off some quick fire questions, some Q&A. So, like I said, you can elaborate on these as much as you want to, as little as you want to. We're just gonna get to know Chaos today. All right. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, first question: what's your go-to movie when you kind of want to pick me up?
Oh, probably the Aristocats Disney movie.
Oh, I haven't seen that in so long.
Probably the
That was good
Aristocats.
stuff.
Oh my
Is that the
goodness.
one? No, I'm thinking of Everybody
That's
wants
it
to
right
be
there.
a
That's
cat.
it.
Yeah.
Thomas O'Malley is
Yes.
the alley cat. You hear what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Nice. Okay. All right. That was good. Do you have a secret talent?
Um, it's not really a secret, but I am very good at video games. It's not really a secret, but I'm very good at video
Very good.
games.
Okay. All right. What's your best pickup line?
Ooh, I know you see my hat.
Yeah.
I know you see my hat. So my friends know this. I know the hat never comes off. All right, they say uh, pimps
Yeah.
wear hats.
Okay.
They are so successful in getting female.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I always, hey, I know you see my hat, and the female's like same thing. Like what, girl? You see this hat? Stop playing, girl.
Yeah, I heard it here first. I'm about to use that one. Okay, one musician or band that you want to party with.
Oh, a musician or band that I would want to party with. I'm not gonna lie, dead or alive,
Dead or alive?
Prince.
Ooh, that's a good party. I don't know.
Prince.
What you think Prince be party? How you think he party? He just sitting back eating fruit
Extravagant.
or
There
some
might be a
shit.
giraffe in the background. You hear me? It's
I could do that. I
extravagant.
could do that. If I was going anywhere with a giraffe there, I'm pretty much there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much in that thing. You ever been around a real giraffe? Like close? Not the zoo?
Yeah, I mean, no.
No.
It's a giraffe.
I fed a giraffe. I went to a drive-through safari, and they had them they're just kind of like walking around while you're
Oh,
driving.
no,
So
no,
you can kind of
no.
like stick your hand out and feed them lettuce and
Absolutely
stuff.
not. See,
It was.
I feel like Prince's giraffe might speak English. Like, it might be
It
this
might not
exotic
real
giraffe.
with an accent. Like
It's a very tame, very polite, and good
yeah,
mannered giraffe.
yeah. I believe that. I believe that. All right. Let's see. Who do you think will still be playing music in 20 years?
In 20 years, who do I think would still be playing music? Um, I'm gonna say probably maybe Lil Wayne for sure. He might still be making music. We look at Jay Z, or even then, I'm gonna say maybe Justin Bieber or Taylor
I can
Swift.
see that.
They have longevity.
My guess is gonna be Taylor Swift and Beyonce.
Oh yeah,
I feel like they're gonna be the old hoes in the industry, like
facts.
singing some real tough love songs we can't get through, like the Tina Turners and
Mary J.
Mary J.
Blige.
Blige is of our time
Yes,
for sure, for sure.
yes,
Okay, all right. Do you believe in aliens?
absolutely. I got one tattooed on my face.
Where is it? Okay. We gonna get into those tats too. I know y'all interested. I am too. Okay, we believe in aliens. Is this before or after they confirmed that there's actual real life aliens on Earth?
Way before. Since a child, I was fascinated with space, and I just knew that there were aliens. I just knew in my soul that there were
It would have to
aliens.
again. We were talking earlier, and I feel like you would have to be so vain to say we're the only living beings in the universe. Like, no, there's no aliens. There's nobody on Mars. Why do you feel like you're so special that we're the only humans or the only beings in the whole entire like universe?
And we know you're hiding things, so this would be the main thing that you would hide.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so you take it from that. I just even on another space, like you said, we're light year. Do you know
yeah.
what a light year is? That's
I can
the
imagine.
time it takes light to travel. It's a light year.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying? So we haven't explored not even a fraction of space, so you
Not
can't
space,
tell
not
me
the
that.
ocean, not none of
Exactly,
that. So,
exactly.
yeah. And then after the government came and confirmed, like, yes, there is, non-human beings, and there is some this and that, and we do have spacecraft from other. I'm like, why are y'all just not telling us that's in 2024? They had sightings in the 60s, they had sightings in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. People have very much proved that there is some kind of being coming from outer space, and they denied it. Just like the weather balloon. I don't know if you remember, they had a weather balloon in the air, and they kept telling us it was China. And
China,
they're like,
yeah,
oh, we're not going to shoot it
yeah,
down because we don't know what's going to happen.
yeah.
Come to find out, that was another spacecraft that they knew about. I'm just like, why? What's the point of continuing to lie to the point where you have to tell the truth?
And
Not a
I
question.
think there's an ulterior motive at everything. We'll never. This is the one
Mm-hmm.
thing I am for certain. We'll never know the whole truth.
No,
Never.
absolutely not.
So
Not in my lifetime. All right. What's the first thing you buy if you hit the lottery today?
the first thing I buy if I
Yeah.
hit the lottery today, um, maybe probably a house big enough for my entire family if they wanted to stay. Not that they had to,
Oh,
but
that's nice.
if they wanted to stay.
That's nice. Okay. You got a large family?
Extended family. Family is not necessarily who you share the blood with. You can pick and choose your family.
I like
So
that.
anyone of the people who I consider family, I would want them to forever know that they had a home. That's something I struggle with myself. So I would want that comfort and reassurance that hey, I have some place that is my home.
There you go. Okay. And my last question. What celebrity would you compare yourself to?
What celebrity I would compare myself to?
Yeah. Whether it's looks or just the vibe that you're giving out or they give out, or if you feel connected to their music, to they work, whatever, whoever.
Um, I'm gonna say Jamie Foxx.
What's up?
Uh, we're from Texas. Um, we're we both are funny, pretty much without trying. I consider myself to be funny. That would be another talent, I guess.
Okay.
I can make people laugh, and um, I feel like he uh, strives for knowledge and for revealing what I guess what you how would you say revealing what is hidden beneath the surface of everything. He brings out the best in
Yeah.
people, and I see that, and that's what I strive to try to do myself.
Okay. All right. I like that. Okay. Well, that was our Q&A, just to get our juices flowing in the show here. How you feeling after that? You feel a little bit more
Man,
comfortable?
I was comfortable
All
when I
right.
came in
Okay. We just wanted to get to know more
here.
about Chaos here. All right. So let's get into just some questions about you.
Okay.
Like I said, I haven't talked to you in a while. I haven't seen you in a while, and we reconnected on Facebook, and I seen that you had basically had a cosmetic reconstruction on your face here. Can you tell me, just to get started? I did ask earlier how many tattoos he had. He didn't give me a number. He told me that it was hours worth. It was, what'd you say?
Somewhere between 300 and 400 hours.
300 and 400 hours. Some of you guys don't even work that much in a year. I'm just keeping it light. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys don't even clock in that much. This man got 300 to 400 hours of tattoos on his body. Y'all can't see the rest, but I mean legs, ankles, every.
The
It's
inside of my
inked up. He bleeds ink, I'm sure. Inside of your palm. What's on the inside of your? You got a tat inside his palm. You running out of spaces.
Yeah.
Where's your next tattoo going?
On my side, I have a portrait of Prince and Ozzy Osbourne.
Really?
So
So
yeah.
these are two people that
Oh
you
yeah,
kind of admire.
heavy influence in my life.
That's
Heavy
awesome.
influence in
That is
my life.
awesome. Any more face tats?
No, but I plan on cutting my hair soon and donating it. So I'm thinking about doing a whole dome piece. I'm thinking about going from the hairline where I already have the tattoo all the way and connecting with my neck.
Anything in particular that you getting on there? Or you still thinking
We're
about it?
we're building it, so it's a work in process right now.
Okay. Let's go through. Does it say Marley right here?
That's my daughter.
That's your daughter. I go by Jay Marley, so
Yeah,
that's dope right
yeah, that's
there.
my daughter.
Look like you got the spider webs here. What does this mean?
It was for protection in the Arabic, what Islam. A spider protected Prophet Muhammad. So, and if it that's the story. So if the spider had not had made the web over the cave, then they would have got came in there and actually killed him. So this one little bitty creature
Mm.
protected someone who had such a vast impact on.
Never heard that story before.
Yeah,
That's
so
interesting.
that
Are you Muslim?
was. Yes, yes, I was, but not the. My spiritual journey has taken me
What's
past
this?
that.
Got a lock?
Oh yes, Omerta, you keep it closed. You keep it closed. You
Check this
don't
guy out.
spill the beans. It's not. I don't say stop snitching
Yeah.
because we have such as our black culture. We have such a stigma on snitching. I promise you, if something happens to your children or something like that, you would want the
Yeah.
police to know.
Tell somebody something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's more or less like kind of like your secret safe with me if you confide in me or we know what not to be said.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when people say if I come to you and I say something like, hey, I gotta tell you something, but about such and such or about whatever, but you can't repeat this to nobody. Well, if I can't repeat it to nobody, you shouldn't be
You
telling
probably
me.
shouldn't be telling me.
And so kind of on that right there.
That's cool. That's cool. I know I've seen this before.
The pentagram.
Pentagram.
It's such a negative symbol and it conversation starter. I
Let's
am
talk about it.
okay. Well, the pentagram is something that, especially the upside down pentagram, and then the upside down cross, and
I
the
see that one.
666.
Uh-huh.
But people don't know the story behind these things, and it was actually a positive thing that people in the mythology that people took and turned into something negative. And so, just as my tattoos represent, you know, these things right here, this is a positive of my life.
Mm-hmm.
This is my story. This is who I am. These are things I like. But me having tattoos is seen negative.
Yeah.
And so it goes along there right there.
I got one more. The light switch.
Oh, it's
Inside.
finally on. Those who know me
I
know
love this.
I was incarcerated, and so uh, at that time I wasn't using it. I wasn't using it, and so I had this tattoo idea for a very long time, but I had to get to the point where I felt like I deserved it. And like I said, I immersed myself in books. I read. I furthered my knowledge. I kind of mastered myself, and then I felt like, okay, now it's time. Like
You earned it.
yeah, it's on.
Yeah,
it is definitely
absolutely.
on. I'm using it.
Push this out of the way for a second. I'll get your face in there. There we go. Okay, all right. No, that's good stuff right there. Yeah, I'm looking around trying to see. It's all art. It's all art. I
everywhere.
can tell that just about every piece over here, I can tell means something to you.
Yes.
Kendra,
That's my niece, my
Rodden.
sisters. All right, it's such a big pop culture thing, Harley Quinn, and so I had the tattoo because to society as a black man, it's heavily inked. I am
Yeah.
rotten. I'm bad. What do you do with rotten stuff?
Trash it.
I'm not trash though.
Let's talk about like the stigma of uh, being tatted, having facial tattoos. I know a lot of people say, okay, well, people with face tattoos, they only plan on either rapping or selling drugs. They don't plan on having a career. They don't plan on having a professional life or anything after that. Did you consider any of that before, like just
Absolutely.
artifying your face?
Absolutely.
And you voted against that because you had a bigger plan, because you didn't care, or you didn't
Because
think that applied, or
yeah, it shouldn't be. What I do with my body shouldn't define what I do with my mind.
absolutely.
And we need to understand that okay, if I had tattoos in our society are becoming more and more acceptable, right? To a certain degree.
Yeah.
We're gonna say from here down, you know, it's okay.
As long as you can cover it up.
Or as long as it looks artful, colorful work. Oh, that's so pretty, you know. But as you can probably tell, my ink is in prison. You know, it's black ink. You know, so that being said, my face my face is what you see first.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And I'm very light skinned. So obviously you're gonna see my
Yeah.
tattoos. And and even though yeah, it has been kind of difficult and people kind of shy away from me more, not only for being a black man but for being, oh, I know you're trouble,
Yeah.
you know. But it's more than that, you know. Like I said, it's people ask all the time, well, does it hurt?
Yeah.
Which one hurt the most? What does that mean? And so it gives me a chance and an opportunity to show them my mind. And then now they say, oh man, I met a guy who was heavily tattooed, brilliant,
I'm
ambitious.
literally thinking this right now. Like people who would see you wouldn't even. I don't think that. I think they would be surprised to have the conversations that we're having
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
all the time,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
all the time. And that's a part of the thought process
yeah.
when I made the decision. When I made the decision, I knew what I wanted. Um, I chose no one. I never let anyone freestyle on me.
Okay.
Everything you see, I pick myself.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are done by me. You know, I don't tattoo anymore, but of course, when I was inside, I tattooed. Um, but I chose everything myself. I didn't say, "Hey, just put some ink
Puts
on
me.
me."
Yeah.
Yeah. So uh, the choices that I made, them, the placements that I put them, you know, they meant something to me, and they still do to this day. Every time I
Mm-hmm.
look in the mirror, I am proud of who I am, what I
Yeah.
came from. So
I love the fact that people can do things that expresses who they are, whether it's tattoos, whether it's the way they dress or music they
they make
make or some.
absolutely
It's just like be expressive, be authentically you.
yes,
Like I don't know, I know you, but I don't know you.
yes,
You know what I'm saying? So to ask you about your tattoos and hear you say, well, this is family and this is love and this is loyalty and this is things that mean something to you. It's like it speaks.
exactly.
So I'm happy that we're at a time in the world where we're able to actually express ourselves, even though it might stop you from getting a job that you might want, but you don't really need. Like we create our own, we generate our own everything. So it's like you can't. Oh, I got face tattoos. I can't get a job. It don't matter.
I want to say this because you said something that one of my artists who actually did this part of my face, he said the same thing. He said this is going to stop you from getting a job. And I told him any job that I can't have because of my tattoos is going to be a job I don't want in the
And
first
yeah,
place.
absolutely.
And if you're working right now, if you're listening to this and you're working your job right now and you wake up and you don't want to go to work, right? You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Mm-mm.
Because what you're supposed to be doing is supposed to be making you happy.
Yeah, you're gonna love what you're supposed to be doing.
Every,
That's something else I like try to spread, even inside the black community. Like, oh well, I got to do this, and my job's doing this, and I've been there for 3 years. I haven't got promoted. And I'm just like, you're not. That's not for you. You know what I'm saying? And I heard a parable of a man saying that it was a lady that was walking towards her bus, and as she started to take off for the bus stop, the bus passed her by, and she started screaming, I missed my bus, I missed my bus. And he said, if that bus was for you, if that was your bus, you would have been on it. Your bus is coming.
no,
You know
for
what I'm saying?
real. I
So
like
I
that.
tell people all the time,
No, for
like,
real.
just because you didn't get what you thought you should have had or what you thought you deserved, it wasn't for you.
Absolutely.
So if I'm waking up and I want to express myself through, most of guys got ear gauges or whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of people they're just like, oh, well, do you think you could take those out? And do you think you can do this? Or my hand tattoo. Do you think you could cover that up? I don't think so,
No.
because I'm not waking up every day and altering myself that I've worked so hard for your 15, 16, $17 an hour. I'm not doing this every day. I'm not putting makeup on my hand and my face and I'm not doing it.
And I
It's not for me.
know if I have to, the environment that I am is going to make me unhappy,
Mm-hmm.
and that affects everyone around me, my family members, my children. You know, it goes on and on. So why would I subject myself to being miserable so that I can conform to what you feel like
Mm-hmm.
I should look
Yeah,
like or
to
how
make
I
you
should be
comfortable.
presented?
Guys,
Absolutely.
don't change yourself to make other people happy.
Never.
I'm not saying you can't. If that's something you want to do, do it. If you wake up and say, you know what, I want to be a better person for this person, do it. But don't wake up and say, oh well, I have to not be myself for this person to have joy
Absolutely.
in their life. Where's the joy in your life?
Never put the keys to your happiness in someone else's pocket.
You heard that. You heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? This is news you can use today. Uh, Mike, I wanted to talk to you about. You were mentioning perpetual chaos. And this show is about black misfits. This is about the misfits, the oddballs, the loners, the weirdos, all that. You know what I'm saying? So tell us how perpetual chaos ties into just being a black misfit. What are you guys doing over there?
Okay, Perpetual Chaos is a company, a brand, a movement that I thought of when I was incarcerated. My name is Chaos. Um, Confusion and disorder, that's the definition. Our culture is chaos, confusion, and disorder. Other cultures are confused by us.
Mm-hmm.
And we look like we may be in disorder, and a lot of times it can be that
Yeah,
way,
absolutely.
but there's so much positivity in it, perpetual, of course, never ending. And so as a as a black misfit, I I say my perpetual chaos, my company is to, I guess, push your confusion, push your disorder. And I don't mean disorder as in a negative, whether you have, something wrong with you or something like that, or they say you have something wrong with you, but like embrace it,
Mm-hmm.
because what someone else may be confused about the moves you make, or you, that doesn't mean you're making the wrong
Yeah.
moves. You know what I'm saying? So don't stop, never ending. And so perpetual chaos is, it's music, it's gaming, it's fashion, it's us, the black culture, where they say we, or where we say we're not supposed to be. Heavy metal, the skateboarding realm, anime,
Mm-hmm.
gaming,
Yeah,
all of this. So that's, it was just a little. It was just, it came to me like literally like lightning,
that's cool.
and I
That's when you
just
know you're
expounded
supposed to
upon
be
it.
doing stuff when you just when it just kind of like forms in your brain so fast, like it goes from A to Z, and it's just like, oh, I have this great ideal that's actually fully functioning, that it just might work.
And
Like,
it makes me happy.
oh man, that's
It
great.
makes me happy. So I know that even they say this is what we're supposed to be doing, whether I'm supposed to be doing it or not, I'm glad I'm doing it
Yeah,
because it makes me happy.
yeah, that's what I call black boy joy. I love Black Boy Joy, and it's I know it's strange coming from me, but like I had this series of time where at the beginning of the year I had something in my foot, and I had to have surgery on my foot, so I was on crutches for a long time. And it's like everywhere I went, it was a black man. It was just like, hey, hold on a second, let me open the door for you. Like, what do you need? Let me carry that for you. And I was just like, black men are so they're so just like special. It's like special. Like we do have the ones that even our gangsters and our drug dealers and our killers. It's like you still going to go see how your grandma doing. You still
Exactly.
checking on Granny. You still bringing her food on
Exactly.
Sunday. Like that's what I call black boy joy. Like if you want to frolic at the park and do whatever it is you want to do, if you want to play video games all day, as long as you're happy, because I could see easily how the life of our black men or just our misfits, where it's just like I have to be in the house, I have to be isolated, I have to be by myself to myself because I don't want any trouble, I don't want anybody judging me, I don't want anybody, thinking that I'm any kind of certain way because I enjoy certain things. So I mean, it's cool. I really love the fact that you are able to express yourself with no regrets.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
So
Thank you for that.
no, thank
Thank
you.
you for that.
Thank you for just living that life. I know you say you went into the penitentiary system, and you, from what I'm hearing, you've read thousands of books. You've elevated yourself. You've enticed yourself, and it's just like, how can somebody stop you if you are able to express yourself, build yourself, and elevate yourself with no help? You're literally unstoppable at this point. So that was my pleasure to have that as my
Man,
guest. I'm telling you,
man, I wish they would try to stop me.
I don't think they could.
I wish they would try to stop.
You
Please
came in with
don't.
a. Don't even
Please
try.
don't.
Please don't try. When you see
Please
this man, just
don't.
let them
Man,
alone.
let me make it. Let
Chaos
me
is
make
rocking
it.
the pink hair for breast cancer awareness. I know y'all see that. It's breast cancer awareness month right now. He says he's gonna cut his hair off
Fight
and
it.
donate it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know too many people. I had an auntie that that dealt with breast cancer, but I mean, cancer itself. I've lost a lot of family, a lot of friends too. So whatever you can do to support, they're doing research. They're trying to help people out, trying to figure this cancer stuff up. So whatever we can do to help is great. Chaos is donating his hair. So if y'all can, at least put on your pink tee and rock that. You know what I'm saying? Take a picture and I don't know. We'll put it on the site or something. But yeah, shout out to
More
breast cancer awareness.
importantly, let me say this: if you know someone who has any type of cancer, um, share some of your energy with them, positive energy. Lift them up because that can be crucial to their fight.
Yeah.
Uh, Tell them not to give up, because sometimes when we give up fighting, we don't even know that we could have won.
Mm-hmm.
So that's important to me. Energy is so important to me,
Yeah.
especially positive energy. And so just pay it forward. And paying it forward is more than just, hey, I'm gonna pay for this guy's check because somebody paid for mine. Give someone else that smile. Give someone else that push. Let them know, hey, I believe you're gonna win this. And if you're fighting it right now, please don't give up.
Fight.
Fight.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I don't have cancer, but I know it's hard for that person. My mom had cancer, and just going through the radiation, the chemo, and just coming back sick, coming back just like she wasn't able to do anything after having these procedures, or you know what I'm saying, these routines that they have to do. So when she came in, it was always just like, let me figure out how to put a smile on your face, because sometimes they're even too weak to even smile. Like it's that cancer is nothing to play with.
Weary. That's
Yeah.
a different type of tired.
Yeah, when they come in, I mean, everybody, like you said, fight if you can. If you have somebody that is dealing with it, stick by them. So let's do our part to be there for each other in our community here. All right, this part of our show, this is my favorite part of the show. This is news that you probably won't use. We're gonna go through a couple of segments of some news that's happening around here that don't really make us no difference, but it's interesting to hear. So we'll get started here today. Mike, I keep calling you Mike. I'm gonna have to edit that. Chaos. I'm gonna tell you a story that I've been writing down, and you just kind of tell me how you feel about this. First two is gonna be real quick. The first story I have for you is a Brazilian woman. She's in Brazil. Her name is Claudine Santos de Santos. She had a baby named Anderson Santos. The story that we're going to talk about for Miss Santos, her baby came out 16 pounds and 2 feet tall.
That's a grown man. That's a grown man.
I didn't read that he came out with no teeth or nothing, but they said it was a baby came out 16 pounds.
That's a grown damn.
And 2 feet. They said he had no abnormalities. Everything was healthy on him. No nothing.
That poor lady.
That poor lady, Claudiane, she actually didn't even go full term because the doctor realized how humongous the baby actually was, and said, "We're not letting you go 9 months. We're gonna go ahead and take this baby out of you." 2 pounds and 16 pounds and 2 feet. That's like a printer. That's like a
16 pounds and 2
That's like
feet.
a bowling ball.
The baby came out 5 years old.
He exactly 16 pounds.
Wow.
I googled, and these are like average weights for like Tyson turkeys at Christmas time.
Oh my goodness.
Like, if you ever went and got like a frozen turkey during Christmas time and held it in your arm like this, that was that baby.
She never wants to get pregnant again.
She probably shouldn't.
Well, I'm curious on what was she eating? What kind of dietary plan did she have?
I'm gonna look it up. 16 pounds.
Ooh.
And I be thinking like, I come from a big family. My family, they kind of big in weight. So when they have babies, our babies like, maybe 9-10 pounds. And I'm like, damn, 10-pound baby? Whoa.
Yeah.
13-pound baby? What? 16 pounds.
I'm telling you right now. Ooh.
So after they have this baby, Claudiane Santos dos Santos and her husband actually started a GoFundMe, because at this point they had to replace everything they bought for this baby.
You damn right.
Because everything was too small.
You damn right. I wonder if Shaq donated his clothes.
That's what they should have contacted.
The 16, that baby is gonna, man, I can't even imagine how the growth of this child. I gotta follow this story.
I'm gonna follow the story because I want to know. But that's not even to get you the biggest baby in the world actually came out to be 23 pounds
Oh hell
in
no.
Italy. Unfortunately, that baby only lived for 6 months. But from the way they're talking, Angerson, he's nice and healthy, and we have no worries. I do believe I'm going to see him in probably a professional football setting at some point, or maybe a WWE match or something eventually.
Or maybe just pushing dump trucks out the way when they break
Just flipping
down.
them on over. Just
Jesus.
tossing them on over. So yeah, that happened in Brazil about. Well, yeah, we'll check on this. That was about 2 years ago. So we'll check
Oh
on
yeah, we need an update
Angerson. I'll
on.
definitely do that. But yeah, to sum that up, I guess my words was is gonna be. It's okay to take a load off. When your
Ooh,
load is too heavy, it's okay to let some of that go. Okay.
oh my goodness, the time of labor. I mean,
She had a C-section. They had to cut. They cut them on out.
I imagine her walking like, what's the
Yeah.
size of the belly?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm thinking of pregnancy. I have children, so I'm thinking like how big she was and was she able to walk? Did she spend the last 3 months in a wheelchair? Like, what was really going
How big
on?
was your biggest baby?
I don't even know.
You don't know?
I can't even tell you because as
I know they weren't touching 16.
nah,
So.
absolutely not. I'd have been in the
Look
paper.
like you.
I'd have been in the
All
paper.
right. Well, yeah, we'll do a follow up next episode. I'm gonna do a follow up on Angerson and see how he's doing over there. Our next story is another quick one. This happened in Jersey City. Okay, this is about a lady named Zaima Johnson in Jersey City. The story about Zaima, she was a former postal service worker. She worked at the post office.
Okay.
Somehow they cut ties. I don't know what happened. They cut ties, and she applied for a security guard position at a law enforcement department. Okay. So as she's doing this, she's sending in the paperwork, she's sending in her ID, she signed the I-9, all this other stuff. She's getting ready to start this job. They call her in for an interview at the police department because that's where she's applying to be a security guard. They call her in for an interview, and when Zaima gets there, she's 27 years old. She gets there, and they lock her up. They lock Zaima up at the police department. And I know everybody's like, well, that's just not fair because she's coming in for an interview. What is going on here? Zaima Johnson had 10 open warrants. She had 10 open warrants. Now, these warrants are due to failure to show up for court for traffic violations. She had 10 open warrants and she did this application. They called her in.
I just want to say a few things. First off, we know who Zaima is because your name is Zaima. So
We
this
can
is
kind of tell she's probably a black misfit.
this is probably one of us.
Yeah.
Right. Second off, she should have known there was something fishy in front. You are a security guard for the law enforcement. Wait, ain't they professional security guards?
You don't need to
Lord,
do that.
Lord, what do the law enforcement need security for? So we got security guards for the law. Oh,
They
man.
tried to get you.
And then thirdly, let me just say this. I know as black people, if we even feel we have a warrant, we ain't going.
I'm not going. That was the point. When I read this story, I said, "There's no
And
way in
10
God's green. There's no universe at all where I know I have warrants and I'm going to go do an interview at the police department.
And
I don't even like driving by the police departments with no warrants.
she knows she ain't paid them tickets.
She knew that. And then on top of that,
That's how she gonna get out of it though.
she's like, "Just give me the job.
Give me the job, I'm gonna pay the
Don't
ticket.
pay the tickets." On top of that, when they arrested Zaima, they found 2 stolen credit cards on her. So not only is she dealing with her open warrants, she's now facing credit card fraud for walking into the police station with 2 stolen credit cards and 10 warrants for a job interview. Zaima,
I'm just gonna say it like this: as somebody who's been incarcerated, I really don't wish that on nobody. But man, and somebody told me one time, you can't fix stupid because that's just dumb.
you're dumb. Okay.
Man, what is you doing? You walked into the police station, man. I didn't heard it all now.
Yeah, Zaima, that was kind of disappointing. We're gonna wrap that up. We're gonna wrap that story up with just the tips of only go places that you are celebrated and not tolerated. Okay. Only go places that you're invited. You know what I'm saying? Don't just show up everywhere.
Jesus.
Don't do it. Don't start inviting yourself places. Don't just try to make everybody environment your environment. Like from what I get from that story is if you feel like somebody wants you that bad, stay away.
Man, man, gave you a job
Stay
and
away.
a prison sentence at the same time. Lord,
They're
Lord,
not gonna hire you after this. You don't even have a chance now. Guys,
Lord.
go places that you're celebrated and not tolerated. Go places that you're invited. You know what I'm saying? Don't just show up where you want to show up. Black people, we got that problem. Say, oh, you going where? I'll be there at 8. No, they didn't invite you. And if they did invite you, ask who all
Oh,
gonna
as
be
black
there.
people, we invite ourselves
We
to
will
a
invite.
bunch of stuff
we will.
unannounced sometimes. Lord, please.
We will do that.
And let me tell you that she had a good job though.
Yeah.
You was working at the
You was
post
working
office.
at the post office. I wonder what happened there, honestly, because you got stolen credit
Stolen
cards
credit
on you.
card. That's exactly what
I
happened.
truly believe that my postman is still in my mail. Me
I'm
personally.
really.
It's like every time I order a card or something, it always ends up lost or undelivered, or it says it's delivered and it's not there. And I'm like, who has access between the credit card company and my mailbox?
Oh, we please. All right, see now you got me thinking. Now
Y'all
you
need to
got.
check these post office workers, man. Some of them ain't as good as they think they are.
Now
I'm
you got
telling you.
me thinking. Oh
I,
Lord.
I've called. I've even had my mailbox. Like we stay in apartments, and at first the mailboxes were all rinky dinky. You can kind of just like grab one and just like jack it out. If you jacked hard enough, it will come out. So I was just like, y'all, you have got to get this fixed. I'm missing credit cards, debit cards. I'm missing this. I'm missing that. They came and replaced everything. Got brand new lockers and everything, new keys and everything, and my stuff is still coming up missing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you had to be a detective.
You don't have to be at some point they tell me oh, they left a key in my mailbox. Say, oh, you have a package in this mailbox here, and left the key. I got the key. I opened up the box. I'm the only person with the key. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. It has to be the. We'll talk about that later. God dang it, man.
Man, I hope. Matter of fact, I hope you figure that one out
Oh, you know I'll
immediately.
be researching that pretty soon. Zaima, I'm gonna check on you too. I'm gonna check and see if they still got you locked up. Like we're gonna report back to the people. Our last story on news you probably can't use. This is a little bit longer, but it's pretty interesting here. This happened in Houston a month ago.
Oh, Texas.
Houston, Texas, a month ago. There was a lady named Tabitha Pope. She's 43 in Houston. She was applying for an apartment, and she spoke with Ann Merritt. Pamela Ann Merritt is who she spoke with about this apartment. And Miss Merritt told her, hey, we can get you in this apartment. Uh, we can get you an apartment. I'm going to offer you a discount for the apartment if you could just clean it up yourself. I don't want to clean it. I don't want to pay anybody to clean it. So we'll take some money off your rent if you clean this apartment. Tabitha says, cool.
Absolutely.
She's with the shit. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. Let's see. From there, Pope said that she knew, Tabitha, the tenant, she said she knew that Miss Merritt wasn't the owner of this unit, but Miss Merritt had told her that the owner, Colin Kardashian, he's out of town, and she's taking care of his business. So she's like, all right, cool, whatever. So from that time, she said clean up the second and third floor of these apartments. Tabitha goes in, second floor of the apartment. She's cleaning. She gets to the staircase, and she finds a bucket, like a laundry bucket, full of blood under the staircase. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So she goes and asks Miss Merritt about it. Miss Merritt says, "Oh yeah, we had a snowstorm back in 2001. If you remember, Texas had a real big snowstorm." Yeah. She said we had a snowstorm and we had some meat out there, and the meat defrosted and it ruined and it left all this. If you can just clean that up for me, I'd appreciate it. Tabitha, she's like, I'm gonna discount on my apartment, no problem. She cleans it up. She gets to the third floor of this apartment. She opens the door and she sees it's blood splatter on the wall, on the floor, on the bed. So at this point, she knows this is foul play. She's like, nah, this ain't no rotted meat. This is some other stuff. She talks to Miss Merritt. Miss Merritt says, oh, I don't know. I haven't been in this apartment. I don't know what's happening, whatever. So Tabitha calls the police. Houston PD comes out. They take pictures. They write everything down and they leave. She said, hey, what's going on? Somebody, it looked like some foul play was here. They say, well, nobody, no crime. So they leave. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they leave. So Tabitha, the tenant, she keeps asking Miss Merritt, like, what's going on? Where's the owner at? Whatever. She said the owner's been missing for about 6 months now. We don't know. So Tabitha's, she's using her contact clip. She's putting these together. So she's like, well, first you tell me he's out of town. Then she tell me he's missing. Then you tell me he's returning. Now he's dead. Now you don't know. And all this crazy stuff. So she's just like, she's trying to figure out what to do. So at this point, let me see. They say they called the police October 2nd of 2022. So yeah, after they figure that out, they tell her she's trying to figure out how to find this body because she's like, I know it's foul play. I know what's going on here, but we don't have a body. So for a year later, her and Miss Merritt stayed in these apartments together because they couldn't prove that anything happened, and you're getting discounted rent, and they stayed together for a whole year until Tabitha's like, hey, we're having financial issues on this apartment. You're telling me that we're losing this apartment because it's going into foreclosure because we can't find the owner of the house, and we're not paying anything. So at this point, she say, well, in order for us to keep the house from going into foreclosure, we have to find this body. Then he'll put it into some kind of like some kind of other penalty where they can't take the house because the homeowner is dead. So after she tells Miss Merritt that, Miss Merritt says, you know what? I don't know what happened to Colin, but there is a dead dog underneath the underneath the porch here.
Man.
There's a dead dog underneath the porch. So Tabitha says, I mean, this is a clip we can watch here. Tabitha says that Miss Merritt happily gets up and says, hey, follow me. I want to show you this dog corpse underneath the porch. So she goes outside and she points. She say, there he is right there. And she walks away. And Tabitha says at this moment she knew that this was Colin Kardashian that was in there. So what happened, the news that we can't use about this story is that tenant went in there and cleaned up the murder scene. She cleaned it up and stayed there for a year with Miss Merritt before they found this body.
Knowing she was the killer.
She couldn't prove it.
Man, and okay, so this happened a month ago.
Yeah.
Still no charges pressed.
Oh no, they took Miss Merritt in. They said that they charged her with murder. Said that Mr. Kardashian was stabbed 32 times in his home. She stabbed that man 32 times, dragged his body down the stairs, and put him underneath the outside staircase. And he's been there for almost 2 years at this point.
What?
Yeah. So it's just bones.
And I ain't even heard that. What?
Yeah. I found it on Fox 5, I believe, in Houston.
Oh my.
Just happened a month ago, but they took her in. What do you feel about that? Like, what do you think could have went different in that story?
First off, you had me when you said a snowstorm, and there's been a bucket of blood since 2021. It's 2023.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things we allow in 2023, but not buckets of blood from 2 years ago.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Second off, I'm getting the names as I did with what'd you say her name was? What's her name?
Zaima?
Zaima.
Yeah.
I'm getting the names of Zaima, so I'm guessing Tabitha might be of the Caucasian.
She is absolutely.
Okay, so, and I will say this. I've seen a bunch of scary movies with Caucasian people, especially the women kind, and they know it's a killer, but they still be doing
trying to piece it together. Like, I know he's the killer, but where's his weapon?
Yes, what's going on? You living with a killer.
Yeah. She stayed with her for a whole year.
But you live with her rent free though.
And that's what I was saying. Like, where do you draw the line? How much was the discount?
That's some black misfit stuff right there. You living with her rent. I know she might have killed her, but
that was him.
Rent
she might
is
not
so
kill
high, and I can save.
She might not just kill me if I act right.
Though, that might have been a crime of passion, though.
It could have been. It could have been anything. That's why I'm like, if I don't know, because they weren't friends, but I related to my friends. Like, if I knew my friends had done something off the wall like this, could I still chill and be still with them? Like,
absolutely not. Because you are. Let me tell you something. I have some friends that I am loyal to. Now, like, again, we'll go to the snitching thing. Something is wrong with you.
Yeah.
Something is wrong with you to brutally murder. We talking about buckets of blood.
Yeah.
And then you want me to go clean it up.
She didn't even hire her. She traded her for the cleanup. You didn't even get paid to clean the crime scene. Man. The woman went in there and cleaned that crime scene. I'm sure she did great too. I'm sure she bleached that bitch down.
I mean, we're talking about blood here.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I was very sad about that. So I was just like, damn. All I could do is wrap that story up to ask the right questions. Because she asked questions, but she just didn't ask the right questions. Like, you asked, where did Mr. Kardashian go? Ask her, did she kill him?
She seemed like she was answering.
Yeah,
she was giving them Scooby-Doo answers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's a clue in there,
yeah,
but you got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I used to love Scooby-Doo because it's a mystery.
Yeah.
You just gave me a mystery right there, but and it's an unsolved. We understand that maybe that lady killed it, and we don't know what's going on with the court case right here. But bucket of blood, you hear what I'm saying? Missing person. rent
You changing
free.
your alibi.
Yeah,
You,
yeah, rent free, all that. Then you tell me he was gone on a trip and you handling his affairs.
Mhm.
Then you don't know where he at.
Mhm.
Then all that right there. Then you talking about it's a dog corpse right there. Let me show you this, and you walk away, man.
Yeah. Tabitha, ask the right questions. All
Man,
right. Don't just accept anything. That's the tips I can give y'all at this section. Don't accept any answer. If y'all got something that's on your mind, you feeling something. Intuition is real. That is a real thing. That's not something that women make up. That's not something that spiritual people make up. Intuition is real. If you walk into a room and you see blood splatters on the wall and your intuition says that someone may have gotten murdered here, trust that.
that poor man.
That poor man.
I wonder what he did.
And he was a black man. He was a black man. Okay, that was a black man. And Miss Mary came. The two ladies were Caucasian. And Mr. Colin Kardashian was, I want to say he's more of an African descent, but he was a black man. They took him on out.
The plot thickens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So y'all be careful when y'all moving in. If somebody offers y'all a discount to clean up your own apartment, tell them no, thank you. We'll go ahead and pay the rest.
I'm still. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie. I'm at that point in my
it's a
life.
possibility.
I'm at that point in my life. I got to go see the mess first.
It's a possibility. Hey, let me check it out first.
I got to see.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't turn down too many discounts. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Not in this day and age. Everything is high.
Everything high except the pay.
Man, let me tell you something. They tried to charge me to breathe the other day. No. I said, man, hell no. I'm gonna just stop right there.
Yeah. How much is that? I pay about $2 worth every day.
Man, come on.
My biggest issue with the way the prices are going up right now is Subway, because I remember them $5 foot long commercials, and I can't believe I'm paying $15 for a $5 foot long.
Nah, for real.
Them hoes just be $5. You telling me the cows got more expensive, the mustard got more expensive, the mayonnaise?
Have you seen the dollar menu?
What dollar menu?
Yeah.
The Dollar Tree is now the $1.25 tree.
On everything. Boy, on everything, but that is
I don't know who to blame, but I'm gonna start with Joseph Biden. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Please don't say that, because I heard somebody say that Biden is the reason why we paying such high prices for gas, and I'm just gonna say like this: gas. We've been saying gas prices is high with every damn president.
This is true.
Every president has been there. Gas prices been high.
Gas did drop down. I seen something for $2.97 by my crib today, so that was shout out to the gas stations for that. But I don't know, because Uncle Don was sending us these stimulus like back to back to back to back, rack to rack to rack to rack is what I'm saying. I'm saying Uncle Don was looking out for us.
There was motives behind that too, though.
That didn't bother me a bit. That didn't bother me a bit. When he said, look, we finna give you an unemployment bonus, we finna give y'all food stamp bonus, we finna give y'all that stimulus check bonus real quick, them child tax credit bonuses, I was with that. I was like,
from a black
proud to be an American. For at least I know I'm free.
One thing I know about them stimmies, they came on time.
They came on time.
They came and saved some of my people. And when I say my people, I'm talking about the impoverished communities needed it. Now, some of us didn't do what we were supposed to with them kickbacks and all that right there. I know a couple of my partners got some rims, you know what I'm saying, a couple watches and stuff. But there was some, especially in my family, they hit right on time.
They needed it.
And if there happened to be someone who's able to stimulus us one more time, just one more.
I know it ain't gonna be Joe, but if listen, on top of that, black people, I'm not gonna say black people, black misfits, because black people be acting funny. Misfits, it is almost election time.
Ooh.
I know we do not talk about this enough, but I've sent my card off to register to vote. I'm out here talking to people like, you never know what's going on unless you watch, unless you look.
Pay attention.
Check these debates out. They're on local TV channels. I mean, they're doing the Republican debates right now. The Democrat debates are coming up. Check these people out. See what they got to say. See what they're looking for, what they're trying to help us with. I know a lot of times they can say one thing until they get voted in, and then it's something different, but at least get an idea of what they're trying to do for us or to us. Just keep your eyes open. Election time is coming. We don't want to keep complaining about the same thing. We don't want to keep having the same issues, or it's starting to sound like a broken record here. Do your part. Do your part. That's it. We don't have to vote for the black guy. We don't have to vote for the woman. We don't have to vote for who you feel will be better for your community. On top of voting for your community leaders, please, please. I'm in North Dallas. I do a lot of community work. I'm at the Parks and Recreation. I'm talking to councilmen. I'm talking to whoever to know what's going on in my community. Do your part. Do your part. That's it. They take it. People are taking over. They're putting a Starbucks in the middle of the hood. They put a basketball court in the middle of the hood. It sounds like entrapment to me.
I mean, what else would you do except for take the focus off of what they're really trying to do? You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then put in what we're used to.
Yeah.
And so to expound upon what you said, if you don't vote, then please don't complain.
Please don't complain.
Don't complain because you're not taking the time to learn about what you can. They say, oh well, it doesn't matter. I used to be one of them people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you
My vote don't count.
It don't count. Or you know what? If you don't know what's going on, educate yourself. And if you choose not to educate yourself, then just get out the way of the people who are trying to help you because you know you ain't trying to help yourself and a lot of us need help. I was one of them. So please, please, please take the time to learn about. Like you said, you ain't got to be an activist. You don't have to go and read a bunch of books. You don't have to go study, political theory and all that right there. Just educate yourself on what's going on and what these people stand for, and don't just point your finger at them like, oh, that's the person who's doing this to me. Well, you don't know nothing about them.
Yeah.
You don't know what they stand for, and you didn't go in there and put your tally down and say, hey, I'm against this or I'm for this. So whatever you're doing, just keep watching TV and
let it happen.
Yeah, let it happen, but don't go out there and be like, hey, this is happening to me, and you're voting it. I mean, you ain't voting, but you complaining. It don't work like that.
It don't. It ain't gonna work like that. Anybody out here talking about, oh well, this is too high, and the economy and this now. Oh, did you vote? Did you? Yeah. Oh, you didn't. Oh, okay.
We ain't trying to hear it then.
Yeah, the economy's gonna stay bad if that's the case. You know. So let's do it. Let's do our part. That was our episode of Black Misfit. You know what I'm saying? Check us out, Black Misfits TV on YouTube. That's BLKMIZFITS TV on YouTube. BLKMIZFIT on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm Jay Marley. You can find me anywhere. This is going to be streaming on Spotify. Give it a little bit of time. Khaos, we're gonna drop your tags with our post. But go ahead and shout out your handles for us.
Well, first I want to shout out to my gamer community. They are so proud of what we got going on here, and so to Crypto, to Silk, Boogie. Hey, thank y'all so much for y'all support. Thank y'all for the fun, the laughs. We at Chaotic Knights. That's with K's spelled exactly that. Knights as in Knights of Shining Armor. We are everywhere. I'm Perfect Chaos. So if you go to any social media platform, type in Chaotic Knights and you're gonna reach us. You'll see us on there playing games, having fun, and we just want to just bring fun to y'all. We want to make y'all laugh and see Black Misfits, having fun in a environment that we're not supposed to be in. So they say. So thank you for.
We're gonna get back into it. No problem, man. Appreciate it. We're gonna get back to it. If Khaos comes back, I want to talk about the whole Black gaming community. I want to talk about that.
It's big.
I'm in a group called DFW Blurs, the Black Nerds. I want to talk about the anime. I want to get into all kind of stuff next time. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope y'all got to know a little bit more about Khaos. This is a bright spirit, a great energy right here. Make sure y'all check them out on all social media platforms. All right, we out. Great.
That was beautiful.